Alright guys, today we're going to be showing you how we go from this to this. See how we fit this guy and all this stuff inside of there to make it just perfect little camp setup for the weekend. So let's dive right on in. So the bed is a 6-foot bed. It actually fits a perfectly sized full bed, which is pretty convenient because this guy, my little brother, actually found that in my mom's neighborhood. They were getting rid of it when I was going down there to visit, and since I was building this, he wasn't using it, so I grabbed it from him. I actually found some other wood, some nice 2x4s that he built a bunch of ramps with, so it worked out. You always just got to keep your eyes peeled for gold like that. But as you can see from the inside, compared to the truck bed, we've got quite a bit of headroom over here. I believe I made it 3 foot tall over the top of the bed, just so that when the bed is in here, I can sit fully straight up. Because that was the whole reason why I built this thing. The other one is only about this tall, and with a bed in here, you're definitely not sitting up. And I can't do that. My neck and back won't allow it, so I need to be able to sit up when I need to sit up. So that's why we went with the height that we did in the back, and we put it angled down in the front to make it nice and aerodynamic. This is the same height as you see from the outside of the top of the truck. So it goes right on up, straight back, and then we just got this nice big opening. You can still put like some small dirt bikes in here. You can put mountain bikes in here without taking off the wheels. You can put BMX bikes, you name it. So I wanted to have the versatility and the height to be able to put kind of whatever I wanted in this thing. So having that height right there, 3 feet above the bed, really allows that. So it's super nice. I can stand up outside of this, no problem, walk right underneath it. So it's great, works out perfect. So since I built this camper out of foam, these walls, it's all foam. Outside, it's all foam, just covered in canvas and glue and painted. So it's super, super lightweight. The wood is just indented into the foam, like an internal rib cage, to give it just a little bit more strength. So I really wasn't sure how this whole thing was going to hold up. I've seen a couple similar kind of builds done, and I wanted to make sure this thing wasn't going anywhere, because I get a little buck wild sometimes, and I want to make sure my camper's not just going to fall apart on me. So this is actually what we built the walls. This is what this guy's built out of. So like, this is the sidewall, this is the door. Then I had all this leftover foam, and I was thinking I wanted to make a bed somehow. So what I came up with, you can see it fits all just right here into this nice little compact pile. These are actually from a bed, so they're the perfect size. It's either a twin or a full. I'll circle the one right here because I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. But anyways, these foam boards go inside of here. But before we show you how it goes in, we're just gonna take a peek at the setup and everything that goes into it before it's inside. So optional tent if you like to bring it. Right here we have a floor mat for when you set up outside. You put that down if you have some gravel or something like this. You can just have a nice area to keep your feet clean before you get inside the camper. We got a nice battery right here. It comes right off the solar panels, or it could plug into the wall at home, or it can plug into your car while you're driving. It doesn't matter. We've got a little tool bag, of course. Can't go anywhere without the hammock, because you never know when you're going to find the perfect spot for that. I personally do bring a yoga mat with me, just because I need to stretch it out, especially after spending the night in something like this. We got a little foam pad that goes down on the ground. This goes on top of the foam pad, just underneath me, to try to keep some warmth and everything like that. And then we can't forget the $20 sleeping bag from Walmart. Special deal right there. That's actually $20 Walmart deal. $20 Walmart deal. Best 40 bucks I ever spent. So we put this guy, the fake grass, we actually put that down on the inside right here to just cover up this. So it helps things not slide around underneath the bed, because the way the bed sets up, it's just like opened cavities all the way to the back where you can put your things. And I didn't have the grass underneath there before, and stuff was sliding around a little bit more. But we've got a chair, of course, another Walmart special. That was only like $8. But the deal of the day is this 50-cent come up from the flea market, this little army shovel. So I'm stoked to have that. I really am. I haven't used it yet, just got it the other day. But then here my brother came across these being thrown out in my mom's neighborhood. They look good to me, so we popped them in here. They're actually the perfect fit. All I had to do is trim down the edges on the front and back a little bit. I'll show you what I mean so that it fits in there better. But let me go ahead and mount this camera onto my chest, and then let's put the bed in. I'll show you guys how it works. And my phone is actually almost dying, so I don't know if I should do this. We're gonna send it anyways. So, first things first, grab the carpet. So once we get that down, next thing up is we're gonna put these 6 pieces in as the base of the bed. I'll show you what we mean. So it's pretty simple. One goes there. One goes there. One goes in the middle for some support. And then we can actually come and grab this guy next. Try to do this with one hand. Pick it up. So I put tape on the end that goes in the middle, so that when the bed's together, I can actually tape this together as one piece. If you caught any of that over all that banging around. So we set these down, we just got to make sure that these are slid all the way back. So we did have to make a couple cuts on the, oh, everything just fell down out there. So these end pieces, we did have to notch them out a little bit here and here, just so they fit along the back. And then these actually, where these little notches come out of the side of here, the exact length of these actually kind of pop into place, and then they're not going anywhere. So that's pretty convenient. But it makes it kind of a pain. You can't really slide this up and down because of that reason right there. So you have to lift those over a little bit. Let me get those all lifted over. Let's get that set out. So I cut these foam pieces to be the same height as the wheel wells right here, so that they can just slide right in, and now we just have a nice even bed going across this. So once that's set up, we come back out here, pick up this mess, take this piece, it goes here. I'm sure you can see where I'm going with this. It's a pretty simple setup. That one goes on the side there. Grab this, Shane's ramps. We're helping out Shane's ramps. Got a little trail set up on the top here. So that sits there. And then once we put this last piece of wood on the top of here, that sucker doesn't move. It's pretty solid. So you'd be surprised. I've done some donuts. It's been there when our phone did die. We're using the battery pack to charge the mini battery pack that my mom got me for Christmas. Shout out to her. This thing's awesome. It charges your phone real quick. Don't care what the name is, but it works great. Once the weight of the bed, everything's on top of it, these don't go anywhere. They're held down by that and all the corners, and we put stuff in the middle, so these aren't flopping around. It's a good setup, so I don't complain. So let's get this next guy in there. Let's see. So we cut the tip of this one, because if you can see the edge of the truck here, it really comes out on both sides. So we did have to cut one end of this that fits snugly right there. The rest of it goes all the way up and ties up with there. So let's try to, that's definitely the short side. These things are really hard to move. They're always getting tangled up. So I try to stack them up, but it always ends up being a disaster anyways. So let's see. We're gonna go for one-handed again. think I figured it out. See, again, it's a tight fit on the sides, which is awesome. It makes it super snug. So that fell, but as soon as that gets on there, it's not going anywhere. And see what I mean? This last piece has to get cut just a little bit to fit there. What I like to do is make sure that these come together in the same spot over some foam so that there's no little dip down, so we can't pull on it because of this. There we go. So like that, we gotta like slam into place. This one, gotta slam it into place. And then once we do that, that middle one, it's not going anywhere, so that makes it good. And we put that together. We've got a little tape we just put on there. So as you can see, that covers our bed perfectly. Like, it's an exact fit. So all I had to do was notch this side and that side and that side, and it fit together perfect. It already came in 2 pieces. I guess that's how they come. But next up, I did have both of these as full pieces, but one of them did break, which I'm kind of bummed about, but it's fine. There were just some scraps. But I've actually got them taped together right now also, so that they don't move around on me. So these, again, were the perfect length. Didn't have to do anything there. And then the width was just, this was just left over. So it's perfect. Doesn't like to slide because it's all notched out. That goes there. That flips down. This did flip down. So now we just pop it in here. And we just had some painter's tape laying around when we thought of this. So that's why it's like that. There we go. It's pretty sweet. So I've come in here, and there. You also want to make sure that these meet together right over the top of one of these. So I don't know if you notice the way it's sitting right now, there's a little bit of a gap, and that's right where your back is, so that's gonna hurt. So I've pulled this out a little bit on both sides, and I just make sure that it's lined up directly over that. So once it is, you can put some pressure on it. It's all nice and flat. All right, so that's how we go so far. Now we got a nice little platform, built this up off the ground. We've got plenty of storage space for everything we need, off to the side even. So next up, we like to put down this guy. Actually off of a queen size bed that we replaced inside, so it's a little bigger for this. Been using it quite a bit camping. So we just tuck the excess over the edges, no problem. Tuck the excess all down, so it makes it still look pretty clean. Then the way it hangs over a little bit right here, it kind of creates just a little thing to cover up your stuff, which is nice. So next up, we'll take this wool blanket that my sister got me for Christmas. Shout out to her. We throw that down, roll it out, fold this guy out. Doing all this with one hand is really fun. I recommend it. So yeah, we'll probably just speed this part up. All right, we've got the blanket down and spread out all even. The way this stuff goes over the sides, it just really holds the foam together too a little nicer. So I kind of like having a little bit bigger than smaller. But anyways, next we've got a sleeping bag. Take this guy out, you know what it is. So for the summer, I've just been doing just using the sleeping bag, letting that guy roll on out, just unzipping it in the middle, opening it all up inside. Because with the 2-inch thick insulation, you stay pretty warm in here. Don't need to go too much more than that if it's not going to be cold at all. I mean, half the time I'd take the thing off me because it's hot anyways. There's no windows, you notice, inside of here, but when this closes and when the tailgate's up, there's actually a gap about that big all the way across the entire bottom of this, so that fresh air is coming in all night. You can't feel it. It is pretty nice. But eventually I wanted to put a fan up in the roof so that it sucks the air in, and then it feels great before I might put some windows. So I like the stealthiness of this, no windows. When this is shut, no one really knows you're in there, so that's pretty nice. But next up, we've got underneath, so we're just gonna put this stuff under the bed. It's really simple, just slides right under, super convenient. So yeah, we can just lift that up a little bit, slide our chair in, come back here, grab our tent that we like to keep just in case, because you never know when you're gonna want to sleep under the stars or what. So you always want to be prepared for anything. Speaking of that, grab the shovel next. Put that guy right on the side there. And our hammock, that's gonna go right next to the shovel, because those are of equal importance. And then that kind of holds the shovel from bouncing around in there too. And grab the mat. And we can just take that, go right underneath with that stuff. Come over here, grab a bunch of random stuff in this bag that we call tools and whatnot. And this actually fits over on the side, which I like. I just slide that over just enough so that can go back there. And then we still have this whole left side open for bags, for clothes, for cooking stuff, outdoor camping stuff, everything like that. The whole kitchen could fit underneath there, no problem. And then we keep this over in this cutout just so that we can keep this thing swept out, because you know how it is, it gets messy when you're walking from here to there. But that's why we bring this. So this can even fit underneath the bed. Just because this video is just for demonstration purposes. I don't need to pack it up super Tetris-like and make everything fit. So just for reference, we got a tool bag, floor mat, so that we don't bring this up in here so much. We've got yoga mat, chair, tent. Well, I guess we can put this, no, we'll keep it there. But we got hammock over here, little shovel in there. I do actually like to put 1-gallon water bottles over here on the side when we do go out. So that shovel and this hammock will probably just get moved underneath here. So we'll just do that for now. But anyways, that flaps down. That just folds right up. So it's pretty much bed height. So our solar charger, solar battery, whatever the heck these are called. So we like to put that in a nice easy access spot over there as well. So that's convenient. So other than that, yeah, we would just put some clothes in there. Obviously the pillows go up top of there. If you want to bring stuff with you, you can just set up the whole bed once you get to camp. So you can have bikes in here, kayaks, whatever you can fit inside of here, and then just have the bed all off to the side. Once you get there, set it up. So it's pretty versatile. That's why I built it. That's why I like it. Make the bed easy to come in and out. And then as you see, that's everything. Everything else sitting right here is now in the back of here. And we're ready to go hit the coast or the river or the mountains, you name it. We'll see you guys out there. Until next time.